the 7-5 Riverhogs travel to San Diego to take on the 9-2-1 Chargers. Bryce Brown needing just over 100 yards on the day to pass 2K on the season, and he does that on the first play of scrimmage, gets closer to it as he goes 80 yards down the field, down to the 3-yard line, just like that. They're in the red zone. And then 2 plays later, it's 2nd and goal. Bortles rolls out to his right. He has a wide open tight end. Brian Leonard, the former Rutgers Scarlet Knight, punches into the end zone and caps off the drive, makes it a 7-0 Riverhogs lead. Then George Mendoza, the second of 2 Penn State quarterbacks drafted in the first round this year, making a strong case for Rookie of the Year. And then on 3rd and 2, hands off to Lance Dunbar, who crosses into Hogs territory. And then on 3rd and 4, Mendoza lobs it up, but it's swatted down by Jonathan Cyprian. So the kicking team will come out. Garrett Hartley's kick is up, and it is right down the middle. It's a 7-3 ball game. Hogs in the lead. And then the Hogs on the field once again, and who are they going to hand it off to but Bryce Brown? He goes up the middle, outruns the entire team. He crosses the 30, crosses the 20, and he drags a man inside the 15 at 65 yards for Bryce Brown. And then he caps off with a touchdown of his own, his first of the day. He would finish the first quarter with 156 yards, already passing 2K on the season. And then we'll pick things back up in the second quarter. Bryce Brown up the gut. He gets a big run, and then on 3rd and 5, Bortles curl route. He has Avonte Brady, crosses into Riverhogs territory. They would settle for a field goal of their own, and now it's a 17-3 lead for the Hogs, thanks to Emmanuel Gutierrez. Pick things up late first half, and Bortles is sacked, and he fumbles, and it's recovered by the Chargers. And they take it down instantly inside the 30, and then operating the red zone, Mendoza in the shotgun. Less than 20 seconds left. He hits his man on the sidelines inside the 10 on the 6. And on 1st and goal, Mendoza in the shotgun. He has his man in the end zone. Sidney Rice, the former South Carolina Gamecock, makes it a 17-10 ball game heading into halftime. Pick things up late 3rd quarter. Blake Bortles all the time in the world in the shotgun. He lobs it up, and it's picked off by Faisal Lewis, the rookie out of Auburn, who takes it down all the way to his own 42-yard line. And then Mendoza, 3rd and 14, can't get anything going. He sheds 1 tackler, but he can't shed Anthony Kendricks. But we'll pick things back up with another Chargers drive. They're 3 and out from the Riverhogs, and they find Sidney Rice, who takes it down the sidelines 36 yards down to the 29. Very next play, shotgun for Mendoza once again. All the time in the world in the pocket, but he just used too much as Chris Smith picks up his first on the day. 3rd and 2 now for the Chargers. Man in motion, the fullback, and they kick it out to the outside with Lance Dunbar, and he takes it to the end zone, and we're all tied up at 17 now. They blew their 17-3 lead, being the Riverhogs. And then, with less than 2 minutes left in the ball game, Bryce Brown up the middle gets down to the 22. They would settle for a field goal to make it a 3-point lead, 20-17 for the Hogs. And with 42 seconds left, the Chargers need a miracle. Mendoza is sacked, fumbles, and they're back on their own 6, 3rd and 24. And then Mendoza, from his own end zone, lobs it up, and he has his man. That's Derek Walden, 50 yards into Hogs territory. And then with 2 seconds left, they need a touchdown on this play, but they don't get it as Stephen Gilmore bats down the pass, and that is how the cookie crumbles, as the Riverhogs come away with the win 20-17 here over the Chargers, as they improve to 8-5 in the season, and the Chargers drop to 9-3-1. The only stats worth mentioning today are all about Bryce Brown, as it was his day. 29 carries, 302 yards on the ground. That means he is now the single-game rushing yards record holder, and he is now the single-season rushing yards record holder. He broke AP and Eric Dickerson's record in the same game. Bryce Brown having a season of monumental standards. Now, with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this matchup. Don't forget to tune in next time here as the Riverhogs travel back home to take on the Indianapolis Colts. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.